Karl, one of the things we never really talk about, and I think you never really talk about, is Coco herself. I want to know whether it is as we think, an embrace with Coco and a standoff, that it's almost like a marriage, and that there are moments when you're tremendously together aesthetically, and moments when you think, I think I want to do my own thing at Chanel. Is it like that?
When I took Chanel over, everybody said to me, don't touch it, it's dead. In a way, she had made two mistakes in the end of her career. When the 60s started and there was suddenly this movement of youth, she wanted to give lessons of elegance. So she decided that miniskirts were horrible. Number two, she started to say blue jeans are horrible. You know, that was the fashion of the world of that moment. Remember the 60s and things like that. Nobody wanted to be told by an old lady that miniskirts and jeans are not chic. The result was she lost her power, and in the end, nobody cared about it. So I think the best idea they had to ask me, because I tried to make something out of it, and it worked beyond any expectation.
You've quoted to me so many times Goethe saying that you have to take elements from the past to build a future. Yeah. So can you tell us about that and how it relates to what you do at Chanel?
I think it's a genius line. And for me, somebody in this position doing Chanel, it's these things, because there are elements you can use. We have the quilted bag, we have the pearl, we have the camellia. But when I started, I had to push it nearly, I wouldn't say into the vulgarity, but the 80s were not really about distinction.
You're implying that Chanel was easy, entre guillemets, to do because it had certain codes that were much more obvious than in other houses. But at Fendi, you've had a 40-year or something experience with. So what has Fendi got, either in relation to Chanel or in relation to you, that makes it a brand that you can work with?
It seems bizarre because people think I'm such an ego trip, and I'm not. In fact, I'm not. In fact, I'm very open, and I can capture what people themselves cannot capture and put it on a runway. When I said it was easy, it was also easy for something down to earth, money. Because I don't dislike the idea of being used, because I'm there to be used. If not, I wouldn't do that job. I like to be used, but I like to be used the way I think I should be used, because I'm good with people who invest, who do. You don't invest, you don't spend, the box is closed. Huh?
I just want to ask you really about your own Karl Lagerfeld line, because you know that had quite a distinctive look, very modern, very streamlined, and yet people associate you so much with Chanel.
You know, I was never obsessed that things be called Karl Lagerfeld. I did it when I left Chloe because the people who wanted to stay with me, to give them jobs. Personally, I don't care about Karl Lagerfeld because I'm this poor creature. And Chanel never gives numbers because they don't have to. They don't have to make fights like Hermes, who put their money on the stock market and now cry because Bernard Arnault had the good idea to buy all the actions, the stock market, what he was totally allowed to do. Because when they want to be a family business, do like Chanel, don't put it on the market. But you put it on the market, then I'm ready to say something vulgar about the family business. Huh?
What does Karl Lagerfeld want his legacy, or the legacy of Karl Lagerfeld, to be looking back in 100 years' time?
That is a question I avoid because Fendi, Chanel, Chloe were jobs I did in my past. Lagerfeld was in between of all that, but I never ever think of what's going on after me. I don't care.